Hey guys, Banana Luck here. Welcome back to another Watcher of Realms video. So we are back to talk about the patch notes that have just hit the server post reset. I think we may have gotten it here as well. Oh yeah, we do. So that's great. It means I don't have to switch onto Discord. So let's take a look at the more graphic version. So in a nutshell, we're getting three new stuff. Firstly, the introduction of Arena having a 3-month season, which means that on top of the weekly rewards, we're gonna get one once every 3 months, and then we're also gonna get the new artifact material rates, which include a tiny chance for you to draw exclusive artifacts. I think the last we checked that was at 2%, and it's split by melee and or rather ground versus platform units. So there's two types of artifact material rate that you have to clear now. And then there's also Celine, which also recently got reworked. I think we're getting the rework in the patch notes later as well. So top line stuff, you're gonna see that there's extra currency for Arena. And what's gonna happen is that you're gonna be able to use this currency to buy the new unit Lady Alexandra. And then also there's gonna be seasonal stuff here. And most importantly, also a nice stylus exclusive if you've been missing that for a long time. And also this new summoning tree that's going to replace what we normally see here on the summoning altar. So instead of this altar, you get that shiny tree instead. So other than that, not much other differences. I've seen that Lady Alexandra is really good in anti-air arena, Guild Boss 2 as well. So yeah, but it's gonna be taking quite a while for people to get her unless you are frequently on Apex Arena. And then yeah, there's just some reworks, winning streak bonuses, and this is the change we talked about, having two types of meteorites, one for forging platform hero artifacts, be it exclusive or not, the other one for ground heroes, and then there's gonna be Celine as well, which hasn't been great on Forerunner, but we'll see if the new changes that they added to her will make any difference. So now to the more detailed patch notes. So like I said, every 12 weeks there's a specific season, and then you get rewards at the end of it. And then yeah, get all those rewards that we've talked about just now. And then you also get extra points if you get winning streaks. And then yeah, now Plat 1, Plat 2, and Plat 3 also have rare crystals. Doesn't really matter for us. And then reduce the price of the first few arena permit purchases every day. I'm guessing this is to incentivize players to play more in arena. And then not sure what this means. Optimize the meta of hiding BP. Hopefully it means that it's harder to actually know who your enemies are. And then also Apex Overlord now including the top 300 players. Then we have a buff to Honora. Basically she has, let's see, before, after, what's the difference here actually? Skill cost changes, so it's all across the board 100 lower. Damage wise it's the same. Yeah, it's actually the same thing. Oh, okay, extends the attack range as well. We'll need to see what the extended range looks like. Whether is it gonna be like a huge range, or is it just to fulfill the 3x4 tile that we normally see, and a buff to A3. And then we also get the Hex Bond skill, which people have been complaining about, but in all honesty, he is already very broken, so we don't really need him to be even better in this instance. A shield like that that's pretty useless is fine. And then now on the Sunday, getting the debuff buff, which means that people might actually start using her instead of Medan if they already have Eloin, and if they don't already have Eloin or Dasumi, then you now have two cleansers for Semrah. And then we have this changes to Giselle. I haven't really taken a close look at it, but I think bond skills are always great. This basically, from what I read, was that it gives her more advantage in her first few deployments. Firstly, you reduce the deployment cost, and then also there's a chance to restore 100% rage when you actually kill an enemy. So could foresee her being useful again in content such as single target arena, but we wouldn't know until this hits. And then there's also this one, Celine, which I'm not going to read too much into because I'm not even familiar with her skill kit. Yeah. And yeah, she has a bond with Giselle. And then we finally get that Praetor's buff that people are complaining about. So he just flat out restores 3% reach no matter when he's attacking. And then we also get that quality of life improvement where for Lucius and Ingrid you can see the stacks of their demonic embrace and that solar overload thing on Ingrid. And then gear recommendations, finally getting that. So I'll probably have a video talking all about that and also share my set recommendation rules so you can follow if you want. And then these are the buffs. Okay, so that's the new forges. We can ignore that. That's very straightforward. Quick enhance from the reward page means that you can enhance gear from the rewards page without having to exit. And then this increased storage will just mean that we're preparing for the exclusive gear sets that will probably come in after this patch, the ones that gave faction and hero specific buffs. And then these are the details for the meteoroids. Overall, it's going to look like AMR is going to be way harder to farm, timing wise, because it doesn't look like you can burst the new stages. And then we also get the buffs for the smoldering and scale and sanguine fabric, which are important for forgers, because that's where you get exclusive gears. And then extra cost regen, arena monster stat adjustment. So this is just straight up just buffing all units overall. Not sure if that affects how Ingrid is able to one-shot stuff, but we'll find out. And then the nerfs to Apocalypse 1. And most importantly, this one. Aegis mode hardening effect adjustment, change to a stackable buff, increasing by 1 stack each time it's cast. So instead of restoring it to how many stacks he should have had after you dispel it, it only increases by 1 every time now, which means that Lucius is kind of fixed in that sense, because people have been complaining about that for the longest time. And then petrification, this is related to Void Rift, where in the Lucia mode, monsters go into the petrification stage, and sometimes it affects how autos go, so just a quality of life update. And then epilogue stage 4, reducing the stage requirements for Piercer lineup. I think this just puts the boss closer so that even the range fighters can actually hit here. And then we also get the unpolished legendary soulstone, which is great, but it looks like we are not getting the reward where clearing 2 gear dungeons actually give you the what do you call it? Giving you the free unpolished soulstones. So you might be getting that a bit later. And then this is a skin for the sun. Okay, that's the tree that I talked about. Extra awards, the skins available, and yeah, that's about it. So overall, pretty great stuff. I'm excited about the artifact material rates that are coming. Obviously, we'll have videos on that when it's out. Do the first time clearance and also focus more on the more free-to-play comps if we can manage to find any. And also the new arena season looks fun. It'll be interesting to see if this changes how people view arena. And then also the fact that that Semrah nerf, I think it's not too big of a deal. We're already hitting 150k very comfortably. I think it just makes the auto runs a lot more consistent, especially with instances where the Semrah stacks don't get dispelled on time because Lucius goes into demonic embrace a bit too early. So yeah, other than that, we are missing the gear locks, which I've heard from Forerunner that there were some bugs and that's why it's not out yet. And also I think some buffs to the daily rewards and weekly rewards, those were supposed to come in the August patch, but those are not in. So probably see when that comes in, hopefully soon, and they didn't just straight up remove it. So that's it. That's gonna be it for the video. Pretty long one. exciting because we finally have the patch hitting the servers. So yeah, will be fun to see the new stages, especially for artifact material rate, and finally have a more consistent way to actually, farm for exclusive artifacts. So yeah, let's get a bit for the video. Let me know what you're most excited about in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like or comment below, and yeah, see you in the next one. Goodbye.